when you can actually see them then with somebody else and maybe not prefer it, but actually not want to be that other person because you are so damn effing happy with the life that you've created, the growth that you've experienced, and that without a shadow of a doubt, you can look back and say, I am better because of that relationship. Thank you. When does a breakup hit the shake? Is your question. Alana Pratt here, intimacy expert for 20 years, but I had no freaking clue what you meant by your question. Zilch. Had to research it on Google. Had to find slang dictionaries. And I think what you're saying is, when does the breakup not bother you anymore? When you can just say well, screw that. It's not a big deal. I don't even think about it anymore. I think. If I'm wrong, please let me know what the hell you're talking about. I feel so old in this moment. I'm 52, but I feel cool and hip, but I'm very not cool. I'm not very hip. So when does the breakup not hurt anymore, not matter anymore, where you've kind of shaken it off? Is that right? Most people think it's when you found somebody else, but that's wrong. Most people think it's when enough time has passed. I think that's also wrong. Incorrect. I think it's when you actually get, not like a thought, embody, get the lesson that relationship was meant to give you. When you can actually see them then with somebody else and maybe not prefer it, but actually not want to be that other person because you are so damn effing happy with the life that you've created, the growth that you've experienced, and that without a shadow of a doubt, you can look back and say, I am better because of that relationship. Thank you. Yeah, gratitude, but not oh my God, rainbows and bunny rabbits, I'm so grateful. Everything was for a reason. Not like that. That's bullshit. That's spiritual bypassing. No, I mean in your bones. You wouldn't trade it for anything because you love who you are and you love who you've become. And you wouldn't change it for the world. That is not a shaking it off, trying to get rid of something. There's nothing wrong about it. It's when you've embraced it, leaned in, and you are better from the inside out because of it. There's nothing to shake off. They're not wrong or bad, nor are you. You got the lesson that the relationship was meant to give you. I'm going through a curious situation right now. The last relationship I was in was physically abusive, and there's criminal court for assault coming up. It's taken me a lot of work to take responsibility for why I was in that relationship in the first place, discover so much, stop blaming and shaming myself, stop blaming him, and the communities that have done various not so appealing things that I was a part of. Just so many layers of growth in this. But the main gift is that I discovered that I'm a pretty amazing intimacy coach. Been doing this for 20 years, lots of certifications, help lots of people heal from the past, find love, live happily ever after, all of that kind of stuff. But damn if I could have done it myself. I've learned every single relationship, but this was the worst I've ever attracted. I've never attracted physical abuse before, massive verbal abuse publicly. It was just atrocious. And I would just go try to heal it. I was so ashamed and walk on eggshells all the time. But here's what I discovered, because I'm always willing to do the work, and I'm always willing to embody the lesson with gratitude. Not airy-fairy, but appreciation, because I am better because of us. Thank you, and mean it, and have no regrets. Just thank you. Thankfulness. Here's what I discovered. So I've been trained in quantum psychology, spiritual technology, a lot of different somatic embodiment and experiential processes that I've developed into my 10 Alana Pratt method processes. But here's the thing I never realized, that there were actually levels to trauma. Level 3 trauma, so 1, 2, 3. Level 3 trauma, you are aware of past, present, and future. You have choice. You have perspective. You can create a different reality. Level 2, maybe a lot of emotion around rage or sadness, or a lot of intensity. Level 1, maybe nervousness, agitation, overwhelm, this kind of thing. I didn't understand there was this thing called level 4. Level 4 is if the cheetah were to get the gazelle, let's use that example on the African safari or someplace. Level 4 is the gazelle is dead, plays dead, is still alive, but plays dead. All its blood goes into its organs. Its legs might be like totally straight, like it looks dead. It even smells dead, like the hormones given off in the body are like dead. But it's simultaneously like it's got a part of it that's just hypervigilant, because it's aware at any moment, it could eat you, right? So it's super hypervigilant, but like no emotions, no body sensations. If anything, cold, because the blood goes to the organs, right? But that's it. Just super hypervigilant awareness. No perspective. No, I would really be nice if this guy would like put me down in a minute. None of that. Just la 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 la. It just needs to survive the abuser. That's it. Survive the abuser, loop, 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 loop. Stuck right there. I had no idea that was me. No idea. And so all I would do is attract the next level of abuser. Now I got to master the next level of abuser. Now I got to master the next level of abuser. That's why it was getting worse, not better. So as I discovered this, discovery doesn't do shit. It's just read another, books are great, podcasts are great, etc. But unless that awareness can be embodied, you just keep repeating the pattern. So awareness is great, but it had to be embodied. So I've been going through a series of very powerful trauma integrations of this, so that I can actually take my sweet body from level 4, with the support of a facilitator, back to level 3, 2, 1, and 0. 0 being calm, 4 being dead, acting dead, right? So now I can finally forgive myself. And I can be very, very grateful that I got out of this alive, to heal, to tell about it, to inspire others. And very, very grateful that it's not going to get worse again and attract the next level of batterer, abuser, etc. No. The pattern stops now, mofo. Yes, now. And I seriously, in my body, in my heart, feel gratitude that I was attracted to a situation that sucked, but it had some good times too, that led me to 0, back to my healing. So that is what is meant by really doing the deep inner work. It's not a shaking off, get rid of you, screw you, have a nice life, all that kind of nasty attitude, or even the spiritual bypassing, oh, it was all meant to be and I'm better because of it, and wish them well, but you really don't. That's like spiritual bypassing. No, like full on embodiment, that relationship and the breakup and the healing that came from it is a blessing from the divine. And that's where I feel now. Did it happen overnight? No. I'm shooting this video in September. It happened last November. So I've been at the work for a while. I do the work. People, we need to do the work. And the work takes bravery and consistency and humility. And it takes sometimes more than it takes a village. It takes support. But anyone can heal from this. There's a lot of PTSD survivors out there that aren't thriving because they're not back to 0 yet, but they can. So if you'd like to learn more about this, please contact us. My site is alanapratt.com. We can tell you more about this. We have extraordinary processes that can support you in coming home. I can refer you to facilitators that can support you as well. It's probably going to take a village, but it's so worth it. To stop shaming oneself or blaming another allows you to be in the present moment and aware and able to receive miracles. But if you're still shaming yourself and blaming them, and forgive me, I don't know what this means, like the shake it part of your question. But if you just want the quick fix of shaking it off, that's not the work that I do, because you're just going to go recreate it again. I promise you, just like I did. but the deep inner work that I've done, that I do, that I coach, and that I train my Line of Prep Method coaches in doing, this is lasting change. This is true transformation. And this allows you to feel a quiet reverence of gratitude for your past relationship, because it was the catalyst to bring you home to you, magnificent you, wonderful you, blessed you. So I bless you. And thank you so much for your question.